How does the ultrasonic sensor help in your project?
The ultrasonic sensor will detect if anyone puts their hand near it so that it can dispense the soap.
That's clever. And did you work on it alone, or did someone help you?
Um, Most of it was me, but my dad and teacher helped a lot.
What was your favorite part about building this project?
My favorite part about building it was seeing how all the components work and putting them together and just learning about how to code them.
That's lovely. So, what was the most challenging part of making this project, and how did you fix it?
The most challenging part was making the servo motor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Moonpreneur Podcast, where we celebrate young innovators and their amazing ideas. So, I'm your host, and today we have a very special guest with us, Joseph, who has created something both smart and useful, an automatic soap dispenser. So this project combines creativity and technology to promote hygiene in a fun and practical way. So let's hear more about how Joseph built this brilliant project and what inspired him to make it. So Joseph, what inspired you to make an automatic soap dispenser?
What inspired me to make it was that sometimes the soap is kind of far away and it's a lot easier to reach your hand over.
Mm-hmm.
Just make everything your dispense for you.
Of course, and that's a great reason. So tell me, how does your project work when someone puts their hand near it?
So when you put your hand near the soap dispenser, the ultrasonic sensor will detect it, and the servo motor will push down on the pump, and the soap will come out right onto your hand.
Very cool. That sounds so smooth. So, what parts did you use to make it? Like, which components did you use to build it?
The components I used to make it were the servo motor, the ultrasonic sensor, and microbit, and a lot of wires.
Nice setup. And I can see how it all connects. So now tell us, how does the ultrasonic sensor help in your project?
The ultrasonic sensor will detect if anyone puts their hand near it so that it can dispense the soap.
That's clever. So sensors make it so smart. So how long did it take you to finish building your automatic soap dispenser?
It took me about a week to finish it. But the coding took a while, but building it wasn't too long.
That's impressive, I would say. Wow. And did you work on it alone, or did someone help you?
Most of it was me, but my dad and teacher helped a lot.
That's great teamwork. So now tell me, why do you think automatic soap dispensers are useful in daily life?
They're helpful for dispensing soap. It's a lot quicker than having to do it, and it's also a lot cleaner since you're not everyone's touching the pump.
Exactly. I can totally agree. Hygiene is so important. But I'm curious, what happens if someone keeps their hand under the dispenser for too long?
So, to avoid wasting any soap, it's coated so that if your hand's there and you leave it there, the servo motor would just stay down so it wouldn't continuously dispense soap.
That's interesting. So, how did you test it? Like, how did you test your project to make sure it was working correctly?
So I just attached it to a soap. I noticed that it was hard to keep the servo motor like in the right spot, or else it might just hit the soap and then push itself off.
Smart testing. And while working on it, what did you learn about servo motors while working on this project?
I learned that it's a bit hard to use them to push things down, so they have to be above whatever it is, or else wouldn't push it down, it would just go over it.
Yes, that's good learning. And so tell me, can this project be used in schools or public places?
It could be. It would just have to be adjusted since a lot of schools and they have different types of soap dispensers.
That's great idea, and it's so practical. And if you could improve your soap dispenser, what new features would you want to add in it?
I have to say, if I could improve it, I would make it so that the servo motor, the piece was longer, and the ultrasonic sensor, like I would change how far away it would be so it wouldn't do it if something else was near it.
Makes sense. Yes. Wow. I mean, like that would make it even better, right? Now tell us, what was your favorite part about building this project?
My favorite part about building it was like seeing how all the components work and putting them together and just learning about how to code them.
That's lovely. And but I'm sure it wasn't all easy, right? So what was the most challenging part of making this project, and how did you fix it?
The most challenging part was making the servo motor right and making sure the ultrasonic sensor didn't just detect the counter and then dispense soap.
It's good.
So
Good problem solving, actually.
I was able to fix it though by adjusting the code for the ultrasonic sensor so it didn't detect things that were too far away. And I also changed the servo motor and I moved it above it more so it would work.
Makes sense. So good. And finally, how did it feel when your project finally worked the way you wanted to?
It felt very good. After like putting it together and coding it, felt really nice to see it work for the first time.
Yes, and that's amazing. And you can really feel the pride in your work, right? Great job, Joseph. And that was such an amazing and inspiring session, Joseph. And it's amazing to see how young minds like Joseph are using robotics and coding to make everyday life easier and more hygienic. Thank you, Joseph, for sharing your creative project with us today. And thank you all to our listeners for tuning in to this episode of Moonpreneur Podcast. So stay curious, keep creating, and we'll see you next time with another young innovator and another amazing project.
Yeah, thank you for letting me put my soap dispenser onto the podcast. I'm really happy to be on it.
It was lovely having you, Joseph, here.